Hi guys, welcome into my December reset. I hope you guys are ready to dive into some productivity. Don't be fooled by my Santa hat and the thick sweater I'm wearing. It is almost 70 degrees outside. Welcome in, welcome back. If this is your first time here and you've never seen one of my resets before, we typically discuss last month's goals, how I did with those, set new goals for the new month. And I think we're gonna keep this reset pretty pared down to just the goal setting portion. Next month, we are gonna be doing the 2024 reset, and that's going to be pretty elaborate. I'm planning to do that as a two-parter. We're going to go in depth, we're going to talk income, we're going to set my 2024 goals. It's going to be like pretty elaborate. So we're going to keep things a little bit more simple this month. Before we get into it, I do have a small little announcement. If you are looking forward to setting your 2024 goals, but maybe you're not quite sure what you want to focus on yet, or you just need some time to brainstorm and think about it, I'm super excited to announce that me and my friend Amina will be co-hosting a 2024 goal setting brainstorm live stream. I'll pop the details up on the screen, but essentially on Sunday, December 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are going to be hosting our 2024 brainstorm. Essentially, we'll be taking you guys through a few prompts and questions to help you come up with your 2024 goals. It'll be interactive. You guys can share your goals with us. We'll give feedback, vice versa. You can definitely show up with no goals in mind. It's totally going to be a very casual brainstorm, and we'd love to see you there. So if you are interested, you can go to the live tab on my channel. You can click the notify me button under the stream so that you are informed when we go live. That's our little announcement, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reset. So I do all my goal setting in Notion. I will say I've been craving a bit of a Notion refresh. I just want things to look and feel a bit differently. I feel like it hasn't been inspiring me very much lately, so maybe a little bit of a Notion overhaul will be coming soon, but for now, we're gonna stick with the pages that we know and love. So let's go ahead and open up the goal setting section of my Notion. I feel like it's so hard for me to have good posture when I'm just sitting on the floor like this, my poor back. So November was a very interesting month. We'll talk about it a little bit more when we go into last month's wins/highlights, but the biggest thing that was different or new in November is that I had my second channel for the first time, essentially. If you don't know, I started a second channel specifically to talk about writing. So Brielle Writes is my writing channel, and it's something that I started at the tail end of October, but really started up in November. And we have a lot to talk about when it comes to how that channel's been going, but essentially that has been a huge part of this month, as well as the writing challenge that I was doing this month and documenting over on that second channel. I was doing National Novel Writing Month, which is essentially when you try to write a book in November. So those were a huge part of my month. We'll get into that a little bit more when we discuss the specific goals. So my monthly intention for November was let yourself get wrapped up in feeling excited, passionate, and motivated. But at the end of the day, take great care of yourself and remember relationships are everything. I do actually feel like I lived by this month. Was feeling really excited and passionate about the writing channel, and I just let that happen and let myself lean into it, which was really fun and special. I feel like I created some stuff that I was really passionate about over there this month. And I do feel like I took pretty good care of myself. On days where I was not feeling my best, I allowed myself to take some more breaks. I did really focus on my relationships, and I feel like several of my relationships are stronger now than they were at the beginning of the month. So honestly, I killed it. Okay, let's dive into my YouTube and social goals. Post 3+ videos on each of my channels this month. So this was ambitious because that would total 6 videos for the month, which is more than I'm used to posting. But I actually kind of blew this goal out of the water, if I do say so myself. Including this video that you're seeing now, I will have posted 4 videos on this main channel in the month of November, assuming I'm able to get this reset out by the end of the month. And then I'm also gonna have 4 videos posted on my writing channel for the month of November. So that's actually 4 videos per channel for a total of 8 videos, which is right up there with the most videos I've posted in a month. So I'm really proud of that and honestly pleasantly surprised and impressed with myself. I did miss a week of uploading on this main channel, so I didn't upload as frequently as I typically do, but that's just because, you know, my focus was split and a little bit more focused on the writing channel this month, to be honest. It just kind of is what it is, but to only have really missed one upload while posting on 2 channels, I'm very happy. Hit 50 subscribers on my new channel. This is like comical. I've mentioned this, I think, in some past videos, but the writing channel has grown way faster than I am used to and way faster than I could have ever expected. It's currently, at the time that I'm filming this, sitting at 581 subscribers. For context and reference, it took me 10 months to hit 500 subscribers on this channel. Needless to say, that growth rate, hitting over 500 subscribers in a single month, is kind of crazy. So I definitely hit 50. Since that channel is growing, I'm like super excited and feeling momentum, so I do kind of want to keep on that trajectory of trying to grow it as quickly as I can in hopes that it can become monetized hopefully pretty early in 2024. Fingers crossed, because that would be really cool to have 2 monetized channels. Health and fitness goals. Maintain a 4+ times a week routine with working out, evening on weekdays, mornings on weekends. I mean, I wasn't tracking my workouts week by week this month, but in general, do I think I was doing about 4 workouts a week? Yeah, I do. I've been really consistent with my Pilates classes. This is the most strong and fit I've felt like ever. Even when I was thinner than I am now, I was never strong. Like I was never strong. And now I feel like I've genuinely gained core strength and just overall feel a lot more capable. Do not run yourself into the ground by neglecting sleep because of how much you have on your plate. Towards the beginning of the month, this was pretty bad. I was going to sleep at like 2 a.m. a lot, but I was sleeping in quite a bit, so I was still getting like 7-ish hours of sleep. It's not like I was getting like 4 or 5 hours. Honestly, I'm gonna count this as a win because it could have been very easy. Me uploading 8 videos in a month, it could have been very easy for that to get really overwhelming real quick and for me to totally sacrifice my well-being to keep up with that level of ambition. Not to mention I also wrote 20,000 words this month for the writing challenge I was doing, which is no joke, nothing to sneeze at. So I'm gonna count that as a win. Personal and lifestyle goals. Buy my nightstands and sconces, finish the bedroom. I didn't do this month. I actually ended up putting those items on my Christmas list just because I realized that they really weren't in the budget for me. Continue to milk the fall season and live a cozy homebody life. I honestly feel like I did this. I mean, you saw the Christmas tree. I'm literally wearing a freaking Santa hat right now. I drank so much hot cocoa this month. I feel like I've really just been embracing this cozier time of year and it feels so much nicer and sweeter and more cozy than this time last year felt. I feel like last year, until I went home to New Jersey for Christmas, I had no sense of like Christmas spirit, holiday spirit. This year, I feel like I'm here. I'm ready to go. Like, we're gonna be taking Christmas pictures, sending out a Christmas card, hopefully hosting people for like a Christmas cookie sort of night. So I'm gonna say that I've been milking the cozy vibes. And also I've been reading a lot more, which really helps me feel more like cozy, and it's very self-care-esque for me to sit down with a book. And I love that I've been doing that more. It actually really aligns with one of my 2023 goals, which was to become a reader again. So I feel like I'm really bringing that goal home. And honestly, I think reading will be maybe a part of my December goals because I want to like finish off that goal with like a bow on top, you know? Continue prioritizing my budding friendships and being an organizer. In terms of being an organizer, I didn't really host as much this month as I did in like October because I was kind of in my homebody era and like my cozy era. But I do feel like I continued to prioritize my budding friendships. My friendship goal for 2023 is looking like it's gonna actually be checked off, which I didn't think was entirely the case when I did like my mid-year goals check-in. So I'm really happy with that. I do feel like I organized things with my new like online friends. Like me and my friend Amina hosted several live streams together and started planning the live streams that we're doing in December. So that feels like organizing, working on creating events that we're gonna do together. So I'm gonna count it. Even if it's not really what I was talking about when I set the goal, I do feel like I was a little organizer this month, just more so online than in person. Money and income goals, create my new budget. I did do that and I made a whole video about it. That video is actually starting to pick up a tiny bit of traction several weeks after it was posted, which has been really interesting to see. But yeah, I did make a new budget and I documented that process in a video. So if you are into budgeting stuff, it's not gonna be in this reset, but you can go watch that budgeting video. Stick to my new budget. No comment. Finish paying off my fun employed era repayments. Did not do that this month either. Do weekly money check-ins. Did not do that this month either. The money goals did go a little down the drain. Writing. Attempt NaNoWriMo at least double the length of my manuscript. Okay, so I did attempt NaNoWriMo, which is the writing challenge that I've been mentioning throughout this video. And I did double the length of my manuscript because I started off the month with 15,000 words and now I'm almost at 35,000 words. So I safely achieved that, which I'm very happy with. The goals look pretty good this month, dare I say, with the exception of some blunders in the money and income category. We achieved the vast majority of the goals. So I'm pleasantly surprised with that, especially considering the fact that my mind wasn't really on these goals this month. It feels like things that I was just naturally working towards, which is honestly my goal setting strategy more so nowadays, is building on things that I've already been working on with my goals and just trying to maintain momentum and forward movement instead of choosing a goal that's completely out of the blue and forcing me to do something that I have not been doing at all up until this point. And I think that's really a learning that I'm going to be taking into my 2024 goals as well, is continuing with this concept of building momentum and having my goals sort of compound on themselves and also be focused around things that are already a part of my life, just taking that to the next level. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and start setting some December goals. So I had a chat with one of my friends yesterday where she basically said she doesn't want to set any December goals because it's the end of the year. You know, you're just kind of worried about closing out the year. Sorry about the sun. It's like decided to come in through our windows. We never get direct sunlight like this, so I never have to worry about this because our apartment's kind of dark. Hot take, which is not something I realized when we were moving in. I thought it was so bright, and I think it's just because the walls are white and I was deceived. Anyway, even though I still am going to set December goals, that did get me thinking about the fact that I don't want this month to be a month of like striving for crazy progress or setting goals in like totally new or exciting areas. I think I want this goal to really just be about finishing out the year strong and tying up everything that I've been working on this year with a little bow so that when I do my 2024 reset, I can feel really good about how I finished the year and feel like it was in line with my priorities for the year. So that's going to be our goal for December. And of course, it's holiday time, so I'm not going to put any sort of crazy stress on myself to make it a really productive time or a time where I'm making crazy progress. I just want to focus on enjoying. Oh my god, this lighting is getting crazy. Okay, we gotta move the setup, guys. Holy shiz. My hat is glowing. All right, so let's start off by changing out this photo. It definitely needs to be cozier, let's be real. So I'm just gonna go and find something Pinteresty and Christmassy to put here. Let's go with this little Christmas cookies picture. Wholesome. Love it. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in some of last month's wins. I feel like last month was full of wins. The ones that I'm thinking of off the top of my head was hitting 500 subscribers on Braille Writes, writing 20k words for NaNoWriMo, doing my first ever live stream, and then doing 2 more. I've been live streaming over on the second channel, which has been so fun, and I'm honestly not surprised that I love live streaming. That seems like something that I would enjoy. Decorating my apartment for Christmas for the first time, strengthening my friendship with Amina and Celine, who are my new creator friends that I'm obsessed with, staying really consistent with Pilates, becoming closer to my sister, which has been really sweet and special. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I feel like I need to look back through my camera roll to remember what else I did this month. I'm glad that I've been taking more pictures in general to document what the heck I'm doing. Oh, I went to a Lakers game, which was so fun. I enjoyed that way more than I thought I would. I'm a basketball girl now. I think the last one I'm just gonna put is really enjoyed writing my book this month, because I did, and I made a huge dent in the rough draft, which feels very exciting. So lots of wins last month. I feel like it was a great month, all things considered. Lots of progress was made, lots of new and exciting things that I was really thrilled to dive into. So all right, let's go ahead and get into the goals. I did not brainstorm these goals in advance really, so we're just gonna kind of be flying off the seat of my pants, if you will. Starting off with YouTube and social goals. So November was a little bit insane as far as YouTube goes, as you guys know, based on the fact that I said I uploaded 8 times between my 2 channels. So I want this month to be a little bit more streamlined, relaxed, focused on just the most important pieces of content that I want to put out there and not so much worrying about quantity this month. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to take a quick look at my content calendar to see if there's anything in specific that I want to mention in these goals. Let's see. So the biggest thing that I have going on December content wise is the New Year's content. The second half of December and first half of January are really going to be focused on like New Year's themed videos. So not only am I going to do a 2024 reset, but I'm going to do how much YouTube paid me in my first year being monetized, creating a vision board, which is a video that I did last year as well. So I'm really excited for that sort of New Year's content. So I think the first YouTube and social goal I'm going to put is just to post a 2-part 2024 reset on this main channel. And then we're also going to put successfully host 2 live streams on my main channel. Like I mentioned, we have the 2024 goals live stream planned for the beginning of the month. And then we have a second live stream coming down the pipeline after that. So those are the 2 main channel goals that I want to set. And then in terms of the writing channel, I also want to set some goals. Keep leaning into the momentum of the writing channel and having fun with my content over there. It's just been very creatively fun and fulfilling. So I want to keep leaning into that feeling. And then I do feel like we should set some sort of growth goal over there. So like I said, that channel is coming up on 600 subscribers and it's also around 800, I think, watch hours. I do want to get that channel monetized. The watch hours is really what's lagging behind. I'm trying to be realistic because I also feel like that channel might slow down a little bit in December without the hype around the writing challenge pulling people to my channel. Maybe we could aim to finish off the year with 750 subscribers. That would be great. That would be pretty close to hitting that 1K mark. And I feel like it could be realistic with the rate of the writing channel growth. Hit 750 subscribers on the writing channel. Wonderful. Okay, health and fitness goals. So we're just gonna put maintain momentum with Pilates classes while in LA. Obviously, I'm going home for 2 weeks to New Jersey. I don't foresee working out much while I'm there. That's totally fine. But while I'm here, while I'm in my routine, I would love to keep going to my Pilates classes several times a week. Like I said, I feel like it's really starting to pay off, and this will be a great way to kind of cap off my yearly goals around health and fitness. Do I have any other health and fitness goals? Ooh, actually, let's do one to start and end the day with water. I feel like I've been kind of doing that naturally. It's like the first thing I drink when I wake up and the last thing I have before going to bed type of vibe. And I would love to kind of just keep that going. Personal and lifestyle goals. Okay. I want to maintain the momentum that I've had going on in terms of really indulging in this time of year and making the most of it. So I think we should set something related to that. Embrace the Christmas season and host something Christmas-esque. I don't know how else to word that, but yeah, that's really what I want to focus on this month. I want to be a cozy girl. I also do really want to keep up with reading. I finished a book that I was reading called Broken Perfect Lies. I'll pop it up on the screen. I finished that entirely in November. That was the fastest I've read a book in a while. I finished The Inheritance Games also recently, and this whole thing of me actually finishing books in a timely manner is very new. Towards the beginning of the year, I do feel like I got back into reading, but I was reading very slowly. It was taking me several months to get through a book. Now I feel like it's coming to a point where I'm reading a lot more quickly. I'm actually getting through books and I'm loving it. I feel like I'm really starting to get better at picking out books that I will genuinely enjoy, which is definitely helping with me actually finishing them in a timely manner compared to when I first tried to get into reading like a year ago and I was just picking miss after miss. Now I'm really loving the books I'm reading and I have my eye on some series, so I would love to at least read 1+ books. I did also kind of pause mid reread of the ACOTAR series, so I'll probably wrap that up and then dive into a ton of new books in the new year. So maybe we'll put in parentheses here, finish ACOTAR reread. And then I feel like we should put a little writing goal in here. Obviously the writing challenge in November is over now, so I'm gonna be taking my foot off the gas a little bit when it comes to writing. I'm still planning to do some, but it's not gonna be as much of a focus in December. I kind of want to recalibrate my balance a little bit, but I should finish off November with my total manuscript around 35 to 40K words. So maybe we just strive to finish off the year with 45,000 words in the manuscript, especially since I am going home for the holidays and probably won't be doing as much writing over there, though who knows. I feel like that's a realistic goal. Finish the year with 45K plus words in PTW, which is the name of my project, the abbreviation for my project. This last one is going to be a little bit more vague, but make choices that actively prioritize keeping my life as low stress as possible, making sure that I'm not late to things, making sure that I am getting enough sleep, being very realistic about what I can and can't accomplish and not giving myself unrealistic deadlines or expectations, not trying to upload a video like one day after I film it and try to edit it in 2 hours, like being realistic with myself about how long things take and not trying to force force arbitrary deadlines, not waiting till the last minute for things that I genuinely need to get done, not procrastinating things that are important, etc. That can literally mean a million things, but I would love to just have my best interests in mind when I'm making choices to try and keep my life as chill and low stress as it can be, because stress is really bad for you and I don't want to be stressed. So I want to set myself up for success in that way. Last but not least, money and income goals. I think we're going to keep this one simple since it was such a flop last month, but I just want to do several money check-ins throughout the month. I think that's the first step. If I can become better about actually checking in with my budget, maybe it'll make it easier for me to eventually achieve sticking to it. So that's going to be my one money and income goal this month, especially since it's the holiday season. It's like, it's not really a super big priority for me right now. It will be interesting to see what my income ended up being net for the year. We'll discuss that when we do the 2024 reset. We're going to take a look at my income streams tracker, see how close I got to my income goals for the year, see what I ended up making, what income streams made it up. I'm gonna like make freaking pie charts of my income streams, so that's gonna be really fun. I'm feeling pretty good about these goals. They feel very achievable. They feel like they're really just sticking with what I'm already working on. They're fun. In terms of the monthly intention, I just want this month to feel fun, to feel chill, and to just kind of go with the flow a little bit, lean back a little, and just kind of enjoy the end of the year before we get into the crazy ambition and goals of like the new year. So let's just make the monthly intention to finish off the year strong by romanticizing December. Actually, I think that's it. No and. Just finish off the year strong by romanticizing December. We're going to keep the intention short and sweet this month. And then areas of focus. I feel like we should put social, just because, you know, I'm going home. I'm going to be seeing my family for the first time in a while. So that's a huge aspect of this month, as well as I want to continue prioritizing the relationships that I'm working on. I feel like YouTube is going to be a focus just because of that fun New Year's content that I really want to work on this month. And then let's just say lifestyle, because I feel like making this month sort of a perfect encapsulation of the lifestyle progress I've made this year is really critical in terms of working out, in terms of the reading, hobbies, balance, health. So, and that is our final goal setting spread of the year. I have a feeling that these monthly goals, the yearly goals, everything's going to look a little bit different for 2024. Nothing crazy different. I like this overall flow, but I'm definitely going to be slightly reworking these pages to give it just a bit of a fresh feel for 2024. So this is the last time that this setup will super look like this, and I'm really excited to dive into 2024. That is it for this video. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I make one of these resets every single month. Also, if you like my content and want to support me, I do have a Ko-fi page where you can buy me a coffee. I will have that linked down in the description. I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing December and finish off your 2023 super strong, and I'll see you back here next week with another video and next month with my 2024 reset. Bye.